Hello, good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Footsoak session on the Friday night. And it is a pretty chilly, cold night tonight. And we have sub-freezing temperatures here in the Midwest. And I hear that all the way around up to the south of US, is chilly winds going on. So hopefully you are, or everybody in a warm environment, safe and warm. And you can use a little bit of, warm water for the Footsoak today, just to keep warm there. So let me start with a brief introduction about myself here. I am Namit, and I live in Cincinnati, Ohio. I started my Sahaja journey way back in India, in Noida, Delhi area. That was around 1989. And there was an incident how it all started, that was the first time, first year when Shrimati ji was visiting Noida, and she was going to have her first program there. And there were some yogis, who were trying to find some decoration pieces to set up that program that night. And we used to have a furnishing fabric shop in the city. And they came to our shop and they were looking around for some decoration pieces there to decorate the stage. And we saw they were checking the vibrations on them. And so we were, it was a strange thing for, people putting up their hands and checking the vibrations for things. And so we asked, what's going on? What are you doing there? And they told her, us that they were checking the vibration, if the vibrations were good of the item they were going to put on the stage and decorate with. And then there was a program of Shrimati ji happening. It was, I think, next day evening there. So they all invited us there. So we went to the program there, and we did not. I did not feel much, but I felt good about it. I was still in pretty young in the junior year of my high school at that time. But my family started meditating. My mother and father, my parents, they started meditating after the program. And being still a school boy, and they used to take me along. Whenever they were going there, I used to just go along with them. So that kept on happening. Whenever the programs would happen, I would go along, and that went on for next 2-3 years. And it was in my final year of my high school, senior year, is when I actually had the desire to feel it. For last 2 years, I was going for the programs whenever they were taking me, but I never felt anything. Neither on my hands, nor on top of my head. I didn't have any desire for it either. It was only in my final year, the senior year of my high school, that you were little tense and you were stressed out with all your college admission stuffs. And so that's when actually I started taking more interest into this, And I was told to do Footsoak. And then when I started doing Footsoaking, and I started reading a lot of Shrimati ji's talks, we have a book called Cool Breeze. You may have heard about it, where it's a compilation of talks of Shrimati ji from that particular year. And we had those books in my house, and I just read one of them and I liked it, And I started reading a lot of those talks of Shrimati ji, and I found a lot of meaning there, the answers that I was looking for. And then in that year, the next program of Shrimati ji happened, and it was happening in my high school. And Shrimati ji came there, and that's the year, when I was looking for it, I had a desire to actually feel it. And at the end of that program, I actually felt my self-realization, and cool on both my hands and cool on top of the head. And then the experience, that was a very, very deep experience of thoughtlessness. And it lasted for almost like the whole night after that. Even the next day morning, I was in the state of thoughtlessness and joy. And that was the first time I felt it, and I enjoyed it. And then once you feel it, you want more of it. And then I was told by somebody that, if you meditate early in the morning, you can feel it, much deeper. So I started getting up early, And anyways, I used to get up early for my studies. So started getting up early for the meditation also. And then I used to feel it almost, if not every day, every other day. It was a very deep experience, would last me almost, I would go to school after that meditation, and it would last me almost till half of my day. And you felt that state of thoughtlessness. Now, that was the initial couple of months, almost for a first initial year or two. It is like we call it like a honeymoon period. You feel that you have that deep experiences, and without much meditation, just few minutes of meditation early in the morning, I felt the depthness and the joy of the meditation that time. Now, after a couple of years, it takes little more clearance and sessions to happen to reach that state. But that is what, once I started feeling it and I started enjoying it, I wanted more of it. And that's how my journey began. And so just wanted to share that with you, because sometimes, we all say that we don't feel something, and it's a couple of months for us. And in my case, I never felt anything for first 2-3 years. And because I think the most important thing here is the desire to feel it. And because I was just going to the program because my parents were taking me along. But once I had the desire for it, then you can really feel it. So that's the most important part, the desire there. So I think let's start with the meditation for tonight. We'll start with the Footsoak here. Hopefully, we all have our tubs ready. If not, we can go and get our tubs. And let's give it a minute here. If we are not ready, we can get our tubs and get ready with it. Okay, so let's start with raising our energy first and giving us a bandhan. So let's raise the energy and give us a bandhan here. Now, if you have the tub ready in front of you, we'll give the bandhan to the water 7 times. We can give the vibrations in the clockwise direction to the water here. And we can also recite the mantra of Samudra Devta here and ask for blessings to the water to vibrate it. Om Tvamiva Sakshat Shri Samudra Devata Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. So let's put our feet in the water now. And let's start with a prayer here that Mother, may all the negativities, all the heaviness in my body, in my energy centers, may it all go into the water element. And once and twice, we can just take it from the whole body and put it into the water element here. And have that strong desire, which is the basis of meditation. And that strong desire and prayer within us that, Mother, please take me into that state of meditation, the state of thoughtless awareness. Now we can start with balancing ourselves. We'll put our left hand in the front and the right hand towards the earth element. And we'll pray here, may all the heaviness, all the negativities in my left side go into the earth element. Here we can take the mantra of the deities on the left side, Shri Mahakali and Shri Bhairavnath. Eva Sakshat Shri Mahakali Sakshat Shri Bhairavnath Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mata Ji Shri Nirmala Devyai Namo Namaha. You can pray again. Mother, please nourish my left side. May all the heaviness in my left channel go into the earth element. Now let's clear our right channel now. Right hand in the front and left hand towards the sky. And here we'll pray that may all the negativities, all the heaviness in my right channel go into the sky element. We'll take the mantra here of the deities for the right channel. Shri Maha Saraswati Sakshat, Shri Hanumana Sakshat. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Maha Saraswati Sakshat Shri Hanuman Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Mother, please nourish my right side, my right channel. Once again, let's just take away all the negativities in the body and put them in the water element. And let's just open both our hands and meditate here. And now we'll concentrate on our central channel. Take the mantra of Shri Mahalakshmi Sakshat. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Mahalakshmi Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Mother, please bring me into balance. Mother, please make me thoughtless. While sitting in the Footsoak water, we'll just listen now to Ganesha Tharvashisham, which is a prayer to the deity on the first chakra. And you can either close your eyes or open your eyes and meditate with that.
ॐ नमस्ते गणपतये त्वमेव प्रत्यक्षं तत्त्वमसि त्वमेव केवलं कर्तासि त्वमेव केवलं धर्तासि त्वमेव केवलं हर्तासि त्वमेव सर्वं खल्विदं ब्रह्मासि त्वं साक्षादात्मासि नित्यं ऋतं वच्मि सत्यं वच्मि अवत्वं माम् अववक्तारम् अवश्रोतारम् अवदातारम् अवधातारम् अवानूचा नमवशिष्यम् अवपश्चात्तात् अवपुरस्तात् अवोत्तरात्तात् अवदक्षिणात्तात् अवचोर्ध्वात्तात् अवाधरात्तात् सर्वतो मां पाहि पाहि समन्तात् त्वं वाङ्मयस्त्वं चिन्मयः त्वमानन्दमयस्त्वं ब्रह्ममयः त्वं सच्चिदानन्दाद्वितीयोऽसि त्वं प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्मासि त्वं ज्ञानमयो विज्ञानमयोऽसि सर्वं जगदिदं त्वत्तो जायते सर्वं जगदिदं त्वत्तस्तिष्ठति सर्वं जगदिदं त्वयि लयमिष्यति सर्वं जगदिदं त्वयि प्रत्येति त्वं भूमिरापो नलो नीलो नभः त्वं चत्वारि वाक्पदानि त्वं गुणत्रयातीतः त्वं देहत्रयातीतः त्वं कालत्रयातीतः त्वं मूलाधारस्थितोऽसि नित्यं त्वं शक्तित्रयात्मकः त्वां योगिनो ध्यायन्ति नित्यं त्वं ब्रह्मा त्वं विष्णुस्त्वं रुद्रस्त्वम् इन्द्रस्त्वम् अग्निस्त्वं वायुस्त्वं सूर्यस्त्वं चन्द्रमास्त्वं ब्रह्मभूर्भुवस्वरों गणादिं पूर्वमुच्चार्य वर्णादिं तदनन्तरम् अनुस्वारपरतरः अर्धेन्दुलसितं तारेण ऋद्धम् एतत्तव मनुस्वरूपं गकारपूर्वरूपम् अकारो मध्यमरूपम् अनुस्वारश्चान्त्यरूपं बिन्दुरुत्तररूपं नादसन्धानं संहिता सन्धिः सैषा गणेशविद्या गणकऋषिः निच्छृद्गायत्री छन्दः गणपतिर्देवता ॐ गं गणपतये नमः एकदन्ताय विद्महे वक्रतुण्डाय धीमहि तन्नो दन्ती प्रचोदयात् एकदन्तं चतुर्हस्तं पाशमङ्कुशधारिणं रदञ्च वरदं हस्तैर्बिभ्राणं मूषकध्वजं रक्तं लम्बोदरं शूर्पकर्णकं रक्तवाससं रक्तगन्धानुलिप्ताङ्गं रक्तपुष्पैः सुपूजितं भक्तानुकम्पिनं देवं जगत्कारणमच्युतम् आविर्भूतं च सृष्ट्यादौ प्रकृते पुरुषात् परम् एवं ध्यायति यो नित्यं स योगी योगिनां वरः नमो व्रातपतये नमो गणपतये नमः प्रमथपतये नमस्तेऽस्तु लम्बोदरायैकदन्ताय विघ्ननाशिने शिवसुताय श्रीवरदमूर्तये नमो नमः साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः।
So let's just keep meditating here for another minute. We can now finish our foot soak and put the water aside and wash our feet. So if you have put the water aside, we can continue with our meditation here. So we were just meditating on the element of Sri Ganesha, who is on our first center. And now we can meditate on the incarnation of Ganesha, which happened on this earth as Jesus Christ, as Shrimataji described, which came on the sixth center, the Agya Chakra. And a lot of us would be celebrating Christmas in coming days. So let's put our attention on that aspect of Sri Ganesha, which came on this earth, on the Agya Chakra. So let's put our right hand on the forehead. And we'll take the mantra of Sri Jesus Christ, Mother Mary here. Om Tvamiva Sakshat Shri Jesus Mary Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. And we'll say here an affirmation, Mother, I forgive everyone, including myself. Mother, I forgive everyone, including myself. And we'll take this hand to the back side of the head also. The place for Mahaganesha. And we'll ask for forgiveness. O Divine, if we have done anything against you, please forgive us. We can bring our hand down and still keeping our attention on the sixth center, the Agya Chakra. We'll say the Lord's Prayer. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom comes, thy shall be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptations, but deliver us from the evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen. And lastly, let's put our hand on top of the head and we'll press it hard with our palm and raise up our fingers to give it a pressure. And bow our head down a little bit towards the earth. And we'll rotate it clockwise 7 times. And along with that, we'll pray, Mother, please establish my self-realization. Mother, thank you for giving me my self-realization. Mother, thank you for purifying me and making me a better person than what I was before. And keeping our attention on the top of the head, we'll say the final mantra of the 3 mantras that we take. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Kailaki Sakshat Shri Sahasrara Swamini Moksha Pradayani Mataji Shri Nirmala Devye Namo Namaha. So in this state, we'll keep on meditating for a few minutes. We'll put on some music also. And we can keep our attention on top and meditate with that.
Sudeepa, before you begin the music and before people sign off, we would just like to make the announcement that we will be having the Footsoak and meditation sessions, these sessions on Monday and Wednesday, and then we will be taking a break from the 30th until the next 21-day session of programs begins in January. I believe it's the 14th. So we'll have a 2-week break and we'll look forward to seeing everybody in the next 21-day session. I also want to mention that Namit, who has been our wonderful host this evening, is one of the stalwart tech hosts that has been behind the scene helping to make these programs possible. So this is Namit, who led us here tonight, and he's been frequently behind the scene doing the tech, the screen sharing and playing the music. So thank you for that, Namit. And finally, thank you for bearing with me on this. I don't usually speak during the sessions, but I would love to also introduce you to the tech host that is with us this evening. So could you please put your video on, Sudeepa? I would very much like to have everybody meet you for even just 5 seconds before we continue with the meditation. And this is Sudeepa, who is also helping very often, and today is her birthday. So we want to wish her all the very best in the coming year and give her all of our love. Thank you, Sudeepa, for coming on for us today.
Happy birthday, Sudeepa. I didn't know it's your birthday. It's my birthday too, today.
Really? Namit! Wow.
It's such a beautiful
Yeah,
coincidence.
that makes us how, why we're doing it today together. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know how that happened.
Yeah.
So thank you both. Jai Shri
Jai
Mataji.
Shri Mataji.
Thank you. I think we can keep on meditating with the music for a few more minutes. Thank you, everyone, for joining in tonight. Have a good rest of the evening and Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. And before we leave, let's raise our energy and take the bandhan. Good night, everyone. We'll see you on Monday night again. Thank you.